from Rogue, and there's all yet left to play with.
Well, it's definitely started explosive with both Leon and Shaiko springing into action. Does remove that dark away. You did think I have one more stim left, I think, which would have been handy for Courier after the absolute peppering that he took inside Bathroom. No doubt that armor plate doing a bit of work to make sure that he's still alive and on the field here. 4 versus 4, 75 seconds to play. Still feeling quite balanced. Oh, steps across the line of sight for Rafal, but not able to close it. However, elsewhere, Shaiko's going to be able to secure one for himself again. For the second time has pushed in halfway down Yellow and found a kill. Aces with a 2K though. What did it say? Plants his feet there inside of benches, finds a 2K as they come pushing into him. It's now a 2 versus 3 for the members of BDS, making it a 1 versus 3 as Crying converts. For Aces, Corey, and Crying, this should be round 1 going their way. Renshiro left in a 1 versus 3 and clutching. Yes, he's a fantastic player. Not really something we attribute to Renshiro all too well. So this could be Rogue coming off to a really nice start here on Consulate.
I mean, that came down to the fact that if you line up, you will get taken out. We have seen this week and last week alone how in multiple different esports, lining up can be your worst nightmare. Good crossfire over towards mid.
Found. Now Renshiro steps up as the next challenger to push his way down towards Bathroom, looking through this hatch.
Hello?
Oh, could have been a freebie, but not quite a freebie.
Oh, this angle from Aces, that should net a kill, and it at least gets it down. Corey finishes him off, and Renshiro is dispatched off all of a sudden when you got 20 seconds left, and you can't hit your shots. BDS in a super unfavorable position here, with time dwindling and Braden unable to get into sight for the plant as those toxic babes keep screaming inside of his face. He's going to have to eat it alive, and so does his teammate on yellow stairs, and it's all over Red Rover. Leon and Corey pull out the SMG-11s. The smoke does its job, and that round securely in the hands of Rogue, making 2 apiece.
By the smoke, second one comes out. These are quite early smokes coming out here, Jess, given the 60 seconds left.
They're just trying to deny as much as they can. I think for Corey, that yellow stairs is the prime position. The reason is they've opened up the closet wall, and you can deny anyone planting from long range there. So if Corey keeps this in his hand, he'll do a world of wonders. But no, good dual push there from BDS to take that power position we were just referencing. And with 40 full seconds left, the only person that can stop them is Aces. He'll have a little bit of a shield to play with, but a quick peek from Shaiko puts him on the ground. He's in the dirt, ladies and gentlemen, and with 30 seconds left and the man count dwindling for the side of Rogue. This is not good. Rafal, he's still out in spawn, and guess what? When you have all the BDS members alive, you don't even need to be near the building. It's all up to Rips. And as I look towards the scoreboard and the plant going down here, Des, I think this is completely undoable. Surely he gets an extra frag, but with the health down to 5 HP, it is, it's going to have to be a thread the needle. He'll grab Shaiko, but Brene will finish him off. And round number 3 will finally go in the hands of BDS with a successful plant and a dominant round win. And yellow stairs rotate, it's all theirs. Renshiro will stop anyone peeking from the verticals above, and Bob's your uncle.
So you hope that's what you're always dreaming for, or they could just walk in and kill 3 or 4 people and win the round out that way, as BDS do seem to love doing. But they're in a good position here to make the execute happen. Corey lurking around yellow. You got Shaiko in his favorite position, playing at the bottom of it, waiting for the signal to push in there. Once the team hit the go button, here comes the swinging from Brede there. The second kill comes in. He's landed inside of sight. Rips trading one back onto a lens, making a second as he picks up Brede. Defuse it now, cold dead on the ground as Shaiko did push into yellow, but sadly nowhere to contest, as I believe Rips was the one playing inside of Bathroom. Big couple of kills coming out for him. There he is indeed. Thank you very much, medics. They know that now that he needs to be challenged out, and Shaiko is going to go aggressive. He's got no cover from yellow stairs, makes that a freebie, and now Corey's going to have to come and play damage control on his push downstairs. You've got Crying challenging onto the window, actually taking more damage from that than I think Renshiro did himself, but Shaiko is still inside of sight, and that presents a bit of a thorn in the side for Rogue here, even with 40 seconds remaining, Jess.
Oh, Renshiro got out of there just in time, and it'll be Shaiko to come storming down yellow and collect the last Rogue player of 4.
They fall back. Generally, before you lose someone, is the kind of right go-to answer here that I'm looking for, but then you've got to worry about what happens when the execute comes in. You'll be leaning on someone like Corey to make use of those smokes like we saw earlier on to go for the denial. Rafal already finding Leon quite early on. 45 seconds into the round is not a good start.
A good trade there from Aces, and I think that was a little bit of a downfall in intel collection there from BDS. Make sure that you're checking top floors, staircases, etc. Because if Rafale wants to come running into lobby, he needs to be careful no one comes running down Spiral, running down Yellow and collects him. He does manage to get one for the trouble, and that's a wall bang, I believe, onto the head of Cryan. Good night, sleep tight, and that C4 won't do anything as Shaiko manages to pepper some bullets over towards Aces. C4's gone, and he can't catch the rotate down, and he wants to commit to it, Shaiko?
What? How do you push down like that without getting killed on the push down Yellow? It's unbelievable that he gets away with that and collects the kill. I imagine there's a little bit of salt in the road comms there. How on earth did no one have my back covered as I was coming down Yellow? Either way, he's done the Lord's work. He's been traded out, yes, but has also removed the player that was on pipes. You've now only got the two more deep set players. Ace is playing inside of security. Rips rotating between playing inside the garage itself and cafeteria. C4 comes out for the spot, doesn't find it. Ace is going to go aggressive here. Sees the man planting, but instead goes to the guy outside. Finds both. It's a triple kill for Aces, who we've said so many times has been back in form. But now he's got to deal with Renshiro. The best part of all, Jess, there's still 55 seconds to play. They're squaring up to push around Yellow here. Here he comes down with a shot. No, but he's running away. He turned his back to the man knowing he was coming down Yellow and is happy to put him in the dirt. It's going to be round number 5 going the way of BDS, but with how close that round went, we've got a game on our hands, Jess. Because it exposes all of their weaknesses. When team play isn't lined up, you can get flanked on so ridiculously quick. And what a great shot by Renshiro, by the way. This is the player where I thought, okay, surely you killed the planter first, but no, right once we've seen them push admin. But Yellow absolutely has been their go-to, and this time around, no, Rogue definitely cannot hold on. Admittedly, without Overmind, it's going to be a much harder job than previous. The right call to back away, but they're bleeding members until Aces finds one, but runs straight into the Claymore. It's why you bring them along. Even with the Nomad ban, well, even with the Nomad ban being present, they're even more powerful when she's taken away, given it can stop things like that happening.
The rotates, they've been missing a few of them. A few of the shots have been missing, I think, back to the bathroom hatch, and there's going to have to be some serious aggression here from Corey and Rips as they attempt to dwindle the man count that is on the side of BDS. 30 seconds left. They wasted that 60 seconds advantage they had, and with a 5 HP, Shaiko is going to call Corey there. Things are looking very dire.
I mean, try as he might here, he's got to hold off an onslaught of 4 players. Time necessarily isn't on the side of BDS, but with the control that they've got here, a plan should go down. No questions asked. Renshiro to pick up the closing kill. BDS take round number 6. Hanging on the upstairs. He's in a position to do some damage given the time with the C4. It comes out. Leon, just out of range. Not caught out by it, but that could have been painful.
I'm glad he used it up there as well, because he's not in a position to be able to use it late round anyway. I mean, most of his rotates back to site will be cut sooner than later, and especially if they start to open up the verticals, I mean, bathrooms in the hands of the attackers at that point. They don't seem interested in it just yet, and that's a nice bouncer if I've ever seen one. Catches Shaiko off. That's going to be the pipes control in the hands of the attackers. If they're not careful, they need to make sure that they have those verticals played with here, because it's Playday on the verticals. They're going to run in deep, and that shotgun does major damage.
All from above as well, raining death down with the shotgun shells into the heads of the aggressors. 2 versus 2, they've almost swung it back as well. Rogue still with the numbers advantage. Playday's now going to play recovery. Finds the head of Rips, or not quite, but it looked like a headshot to me. 1 versus 1 against Cryan here. 45 seconds still to play. This is the time for Playday to really shine. And what that C4 necessarily was intended to do, but definitely not in the right place. Must know that this plant has gone down inside a cafeteria and now needs to go and find his man who's hanging out towards red. And I think he knows it. Thought Playday would find it with that little snap, but Cryan a little bit too quick. Definitely a game, Jess, to be had here. 4 and 3 now to BDS.
Work on the bulletproof and the banshees, because they can only be meleeed or exploded, so that's the only ones they could work with. Second grenade does massive damage to the 2 SMG-11 wielding players of Playday and Rafale, and as their health dwindles, so does their opportunity for them to get in on site. There's a Twitch drone dwindling around as well, waiting to hopefully pop that mirror window. And as the Gemini spots out a Lems on top Yellow, he's going to back his way on up, but they need this Yellow control. They need this piano control, because they're going to need that vertical.
There are two of them inside Piano as well, which is just going to make things really hard for Rogue. You can now see two starting to think about some kind of aggression up there. In fact, they're ignoring it and trying to push down Yellow. This is why you need the Piano control. Two have bled out dry here for the side of Rogue. And suddenly a 4 versus 3 is a 3 versus 2. Make it a 3 versus 1 as Alems wins that swing onto the vending machine. There's one left alive, and Aces sees him on the ground. Well, more like Renshiro should have been the one to see him to end the round out, but not quite going to be the case. He is down, but who would you want in a clutch situation? You'd absolutely want it to be Aces in this case. Problem is, Breeday's got the vertical control, so we're going to have to see a push-up from Aces here to make something happen. Alem hanging around on Yellow. They're the other side of the map, and he's got 20 seconds to go. Something tells me this one might just be a little bit too hard for the Ace Wonder Kid this season to do much about this one. 15 seconds to go, Jess. I personally don't see it happening.
He'd have to hit some perfect spray transfers, but it won't be. It'll be the MP5 to put him out of commission. I really like it.
Okay. See how they shape up from here then. Always looking towards the number of C4s that come through for the defensive side on this site. The answer is 3. And Shaiko clearly looking to get a bit of revenge for the previous round. Goes, hey, look, it's my time to get the opening kill here, not to be the opening death, guys, okay? And before you even starting to think about the site itself, it's getting mighty explosive, but Cryan trying to push his way up blue is stopped by the showmaker himself. Breeday puts him in the dirt. Alem to collect another. This one's fallen apart before it's even got started, before Leon was even inside the building, finds a single kill with a C4 comes singing out afterwards. That's going to be match point coming up now for BDS as they move up to 6-3.
Matter because they have Yellow Stairs control, and now they'll need to make their ingress over towards meeting. And once they have that, well, you know, I wanted to say Bob's your uncle again, but instead it'll be Renshiro taking out Corey, and he won't have the mechanical impact that he wanted to have.
Yeah, I mean, opening kill again onto a member of Rogue. He's just stepping that way so often. I mean, after Shaiko's death a couple of rounds back, it's definitely now sprung back the other way. Leon, great shot through onto Renshiro. It's always coming down to these super tight little pixel angles for either side to collect these kills. It's chaos, either that, or it's just an absolute slaughterfest once the execute starts coming in, or as we saw in the previous round, the push down blue coming out of Rogue.
His legs absolutely shot up, and Shaiko, he still wants more, and that's why he's going to keep challenging.
Oh, he always finishes the fight inside of Piano and then has to challenge straight onto Yellow, but doesn't find himself going down to Rips, who is pushing down at exactly the same time. Manlo's putting himself in the middle of a firefight, as Shaiko does, but not going to find himself going down here. 4 versus 3, 15 seconds to go. Rogue need to make a move right now, or this game is done. They've already left it too late as they collect 2 kills as they come dropping down. BDS were just ready like a Venus flytrap, saying, come jumping in and we'll snap you right up. It started out good for Rogue in the first half, but BDS showed absolute domination in the defense and closed the game out 7-3.